Welcome to the Tech Journeys podcast. I'm your host, Vincent, and on this podcast, I interview people in tech. As always, this show is brought to you by the Consulting Launch Method, where I help experienced tech professionals start their own consulting business without years figuring out the business side. We've helped clients go from first idea to first client in 60 days and six figures within a year. To learn more, connect with me on LinkedIn. On today's show, I'm pleased to have Biswajit Roy on. He's a renowned solution architect, and we're going to have a great discussion today. So, welcome, Biswajit, on the show to being on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent.
First
So
question.
before,
Yes, go for it. Yes.
before we start this discussion, I would like to make a quick disclaimer. The view, opinions, experience, and the information which I'll share during today's discussion with Vincent entirely will be my own and expressed in my personal capacity. They do not represent the views, policies, opinion, or official positions of my current, previous, or any other organization which I have been associated. Today's conversion is purely personal and will be focused on my professional journey, career, experience, and technology journey throughout my life. Everything I'll share during this discussion will reflect my own thoughts, experience, and perspective. My participation in this discussion should not be interpreted as endorsements, sponsorships, or any official association with any organization. I haven't paid anything to Vincent, and he also didn't pay anything to me for this session. Thank you. Let's begin.
Fantastic. All right. So, the first question I'd like to ask, I'd like to start with is, if you look back at your career, what is the decision or the project that you've worked on, or the decision that you've made that you're most proud of? And was there anything in particular why it stood out for you?
Yeah, perfect. So before that, let me introduce myself so that
Yes.
your audience also know me from where I am, how I came to this positions, and how I get involved in as a solution architect and global COE head. So I'm basically from Assam. It is from India, and I have done my computer science and engineering from Anna University, and I work for uh, entirely different geo. Like in India itself, I was in Chennai, Guwahati, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, and provided solution across the geo globally, and visited multiple countries for business solution, including like Sweden, Germany, Dubai, Sydney, Hong Kong, and of course, currently I'm in London, UK. So I have started my career as junior software engineer and worked in different countries like Zaloni, which is currently is Infosys, and Bitnet, Indusnet, Cognizant, HCL. During this phase, I worked as software developer, technical lead, solution architect. Currently, I am heading Drupal and Acquia COE Center of Excellence for one of the largest global IT service-based company, uh, where I have provided 100 plus solution for Fortune 500 companies, including retails, media, entertainment, BFSI, pharmaceutical, NGOs, government, education sector. So almost all sector I was involved for web-based solutions. So as a COE, I have lots of responsibility. So basically, I provide technical sales support to our sales team, then technical solution presentation to our different customers, and helps for delivery team also, project delivery team for technical solution. And I provide training to our tech team for different technologies. And of course, there are lots of internal document for our organization that I need to prepare. So as a person, I would like to say I'm very cool, friendly person, and I'm hardworking and speak when it's required and dedicated to my work. It's like sometimes it's like basically 200%, you can say.
Yeah.
So it's completely like if it is required dedication, I make sure that the work is done. Yet I have work continuously 24 hours for one day. That is also one of the big experience which I have. So these are many things which I have. But my key pillars are basically dedication, commitment, responsibility, and the skill. Of course, because of these four pillars, I am here, and Vincent also able to connect with me. So this is something. And regarding the project, so within my career, I worked with many projects. As I said, I worked almost all sectors, like retail, governments, and many more. Like, so one of the interesting project, it is means at the initial phase of my career, it is basically one of the car manufacturing company. So they are it th- like lots of car information. So
Yeah.
which gave me and to like that like whenever new things are coming up in the market, so that is come within our site, then I was engaged for build those components for marketing. So it was very large, and still it's very big company. I do not want to mention the client name,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is very good big company, and it's almost very big brand name in across the world. And second, one of the interesting project which I was engaged initial during my initial career, that is basically US based one school. It is a large school. They are looking for automated their full curriculum like courses. So they need a online learning portal where they want all the courses to be integrated into within that, and they are it that they want this to be automated without any teacher involvement. So that is I have created like from starting build courses, all the courses, and there was payment method integrated, and there was initial course also which people can go and then understand what kind of value that can be incorporated to their careers or their knowledge. And then that is once they complete the course, they need to attend the exam, and then exam also automated, and then they once they attend the exam, that give a certificate automatically from the portal. So that is one of the very interesting application.
How long ago was that one?
That was around I think 6 to 7 months. I worked for that with my 2 to 3 members, team members. So it is not very big team members, but it was
Yeah.
very interesting.
But how long
Then
ago? Well, how many
yeah,
years ago?
yeah, many years. Like I think I don't know. Like recently, it has been. I haven't seen that, but I think they have changed the domain. But it was. I think they have used more than 5 6 years.
Yeah.
So that was one of the very good opportunity for learning and interesting. And second is that another from Boise State from US. So that is actually a game. So rugby, I think right, the rugby game. So basically, that is they uploads all the videos of sports and their uh, means players, then coach, all the detail they upload. So the videos was also very interesting, and it was very large one. Like almost every day they put the videos, and if the games is going on, then also they put different kind of videos. So it was interesting for me because it's a like lots of learning was there, and the initial career it was nice. But later, of course, I engaged with different like pharmaceutical and all, where I engaged for migration of 150 plus websites at a time. Like there
Wow.
we use different kind of tools, and it was having lots of features. So from payment method to scientists who they put their contents within the system. So there are lots of information. It was and lots of confidential information also, which was part of the system, so that it should not be explored outside world. So that need to be taken care as the security components also. So many more interesting. So when
Fantastic.
like we get involved in IT field, so we get involved with different sectors, and then we got those projects. So it was very nice for me.
Sounds amazing. Big projects, but also I guess more at the time maybe also very challenging and groundbreaking. And if you kind of take a step back from your career, right, and obviously you have a lot of experience now. But and you've seen a lot of the technical changes in the industry, AI, but also other changes, from cloud transitions or things like this. Is there anything that you would do differently if you start your career again tomorrow? Is there, if you go back to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self?
Right. But maybe I'll give you a little bit more background before come to this. Uh, See, when I was involved during my means when I pass out basically, so that time it was 2008. It was a recession time, so getting a job was challenging. So for me, I thought that's something I should get in, and then somehow I got into PHP. So that was one of the technology language used for
Yeah,
the web, right? Then I got into once after within 1 year or something that it has boomed like the recession has gone and all, and many headings was going on. So I got opportunity to work with the Drupal. So Drupal is one of the CMS solution. It's globally most people use enterprise level customer they use. So I work with Drupal I started with, and then during that time itself, the mobile app also was there. So mobile Android apps and then iOS apps and all was in place. So the time during that time also, I was thinking like maybe I should be in the mobile technologies and all. But later when I can see now, like I'm happy where I am, but maybe I did less networking. I maybe uh, do some more networking
yeah,
during this journey, career journey, then it may be helpful. So because I think that I was more focused on only work. So I work with CMS technology, but I did very big project. But if I may be in mobile apps, maybe I'll be in the only UI component, right? So
yeah.
not as a detailed big project I can be involved. So it is really good. I do not have much concern on the technology part. Technology wise, I'm okay because Drupal it started before 22 years around, and then I am involved with this itself 18 years. So almost its initial phase itself, I am engaged
Yeah.
for Drupal and Acquia. But yeah, so I think networking maybe I missed within my career, so maybe I should be focused on that also.
Networking with other people.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
And
that actually gives you a value because networking means networking. So if you have more network with peoples,
yeah,
that is a net worth for you.
yeah, I agree. The bigger network, the better it is for you if you can leverage the network. And if we look forward, right, what's sort of the direction that maybe what your next chapter of your career will look like for you? Maybe a certain technology area or some ideas or that you have. What would you say to that?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So, uh, of course, we need to think for far further. But currently, I think a few things. Of course, the AI that piece, of course, it is part of that. So we are. I'm whenever I'm getting involved in the now solutioning as a architect, like I try to and add whatever AI solution can be integrated with the IT solutions that I try. But from personal perspective, I want to bring some more value toward the society so that I can contribute, people can learn from me, and then there are many freshers and many new uh, peoples are coming in, right, for
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
software field, right? So if I can help, that will be help, like dedication to the society, right? And also, as I said, like networking, people networking, that is also I want to, which I think now also I can start it, like maybe I lack for last few years, I
yeah.
can start on that. So that
What's the next thing you're going to do around networking? What's the next step there for you?
maybe I'm sometime thinking like to start with social medias more, little bit with the maybe YouTube's or some other social medias where I can get involved. many people.
Is it like sharing content, or is it?
Yeah, maybe. uh, s- let's see how it can be, and that's why maybe I connect. I got the connect with you, right? So I'm happy then when you invited me. So this is also one of the opportunity where I'll be getting connected with many peoples.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why we're talking is because we are networked together. So on LinkedIn. So and that's how I find obviously people to join on these journey sessions. So is there is there anything else that you want to add on in terms of maybe career or
Um,
any other lessons learned?
Lesson learned. And see, there are many things. Of course, it's not possible my whole life. It's to explain here. It's almost 4 decades. But I would like to say, like, if anyone starting career, they should do own consulting, maybe with some people, uh, the senior who has gone through the similar kind of phases. Because many people after graduation they think on the career. Okay, now I am graduate. Now I should which one I should go. But it is not like that. You need to think before 10th. So before 10th, there should be one discussion. You decide, okay, I want to be something like in software field or maybe medical field or maybe any other like journalism or any other whatever field you are interested or maybe sports also. You have to plan like that because once you do before 10th, you can, let's say you are interested in the computer field, right? So you can focus on that more. Then in after HS also, then degree, before starting you should plan. Because if you, let's say after degree you want to start it, so you should prepare. Let's say you want to be in mobile apps developer, so before completion of your graduation, you start some training, you start learning, so that once you pass out you'll be having value. Because companies, they prefer to have experienced people instead of starting from the scratch, right?
Yeah.
Many companies, they want, like, they should not give like starting, okay, what is mobile apps, how to start, which code you should. They'll give big view, right? When you, if you have the lower bottom part ready, the base ready, they'll give you, okay, you using your knowledge, you should start this type of apps development, or maybe you call the APIs and then build it. So uh, then it is easy to get involved into large enterprise level organization. But again, if you really think that, okay, I'm not getting at the first itself in enterprise level, big CMM5 level companies, so you can start with small startup also.
Yeah.
But you should focus at the initial career, like first 1 to 3 years also. You should focus on the learning, don't focus on the package or salary. Because once you learn, then you can ask, like, I want that, you can demand, right?
Yeah.
So in my life, I started with very bare minimum package salaries. uh, it's very bare minimum. If I say, like, I started with only 60 pounds per month,
Yeah.
I think it's very bare minimum, right? So that is just I started, but now I'm happy whatever I'm getting. So it's something like that. So at the initial of of your career, start with small, grow ahead and grow
And
more.
grow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's a good note to end with. Appreciate that. And the best way for people to connect with you is on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is
Fantastic.
publicly available.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Biswajit. Um, as a reminder, everyone listening, this show is brought to you by the Consulting Launch Method, where I help experienced tech professionals build their own consulting business, without spending years figuring out the business side. We've helped clients go from initial idea to first customer in 90 days and six figures within a year. To learn more, connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Vincent. Thanks everyone to watch this video. Thank you. Have a good day.
Until the next episode.